One morning, every human on Earth is simply gone. No war, no reason, just gone. And the world barely notices. No one is left to ask. So we ask for them. How long until Earth erases every trace we were here? Remember this street. We'll come back to it again and again. And watch the world slowly take it back. Because the truth is strange and a little beautiful. Without us, Earth doesn't fall apart. It heals. It begins within hours. The power plants, with no one to feed them, fall silent one by one, and the world goes dark. For the first time in 100 years, the stars come back over every city. Nobody is left to see them. Within days, the animals notice. Pets break free. Farm animals wander into towns. The streets start to belong to them. End of the easy part. Because now the slow, patient work begins. And nature has all the time in the world. 1 year in. Without heating or cooling, the buildings begin to suffer. Pipes freeze and burst. Water seeps into everything. Our street is changing. Grass pushes through the road. Vines climb the shop fronts. The park is swallowing its own fence. 5 years in. Lightning starts fires no one puts out. Whole blocks burn and go quiet, and green rushes into the ash. 10 years, and the animals have fully moved in. A deer sleeps in a living room. Birds nest in the chandeliers. 20 years, and from above, the city is no longer gray. It is green, threaded with the silver ghosts of old roads. The last things to glow are the gold ones. Glass towers still catch the sunrise, standing alone in a rising forest. 50 years. The wooden world is gone. Houses, fences, poles, rotted, collapsed, and folded back into soil. 100 years. With no one to fight the rust, the great bridges sag, and one by one, fall into the rivers. Our street is barely a street now. The shops are mounds of green. The park has become a forest with no edge. 200 years. The tallest towers finally lose their fight with gravity, leaning, then falling in slow clouds of dust. 500 years. Almost every building humanity ever raised is now a hill in a forest, hiding its old shape underground. 1,000 years. Stone and granite hold on longest. A few cathedrals and monuments still stand, half swallowed, like sleeping giants. The faces we carved into mountains last the longest of all, eroding just 1 inch every 10,000 years. 10,000 years. By now, a visitor would never know a city stood here. The forest is just a forest again. The street we followed is gone completely. No road, no shops, no park. Just trees that don't know what they're standing on. 100,000 years. The ice ages return and retreat, and glaciers grind the last buried ruins into dust and gravel. 1,000,000 years. Nothing we ever built survives. But deep in the rock, a thin, strange layer remains, a fingerprint of our age. That layer is all that is left of us. Our cities, our names, our whole story, pressed thinner than your finger. It should feel like the loneliest thought there is. Everything we ever made, gone, as if we were never here at all. But there's one thing Earth can't erase. Because the longest-lasting trace of us was never on Earth at all. Far out in the dark, a tiny spacecraft we launched long ago drifts on, silent, frozen, and almost perfectly preserved. On it, a golden record, our music, our voices, a map to a home that, by now, may not even remember us. while Earth quietly forgets us. That little record keeps going, and it will outlast the planet that made it. Billions of years from now, when the sun swallows the Earth, that record will still be out there, carrying us onward. So here is the strange truth. We spend our lives trying to leave a mark. The world erases it almost instantly. But the one thing we made that lasts wasn't a city or a monument. It was a message that said, "We were here." Maybe that is the real lesson. Not that nothing lasts, but that the brief time we existed mattered enough to send outward. Back in our world, we're still here. The lights are still on. The streets are still full. Nothing has been erased yet. So here is the question. If Earth erases every trace of you, does your life mean less? Or does today matter more?
Tell me below, what would be the last proof that you existed? And follow Rewriting Reality, because next time we erase something bigger,